Hello, I'm Dr. Cooper Pierre. I'd like to share with you some food for thought. First, let's take the concept of countries. Countries only exist in people's minds. Does it make sense to blame all the people of a country for their leaders' mistakes? It doesn't make sense! Ladies and gentlemen of the supposed jury, it doesn't make sense. If the glove doesn't fit, you can't convict. They want me to make an H-bomb, but you can't do that overnight. It takes 3 days. To make the plutonium, I've got to get eyes of newt, fillet of fenny snake, 30 pounds of organic garlic. It just can't be done. These guys, they push too hard. Sometimes things happen that defy common sense. And some things, some phenomena just don't seem to make any sense. But science has proven some of these things to be true. Take time. Take time right now. Okay, let's say you're in New York at 1 p.m. and you're talking on the telephone to someone in London where it's 9 p.m. Are you talking to someone in the future? Clocks traveling toward you run fast. This has been proven on space shuttle experiments. Does this make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Now, one could say that it takes 8 minutes for a photon to travel from the sun to the Earth. But to an observer on the Earth watching the sun, it looks like that photon leaves the sun and arrives at Earth simultaneously. To an observer on the Earth who noticed on his Earth clock when the photon left the sun, the photon would arrive at the Earth at exactly the same time it left the sun. Let's say there's a second photon which leaves the sun when the first photon leaves. The second photon has the information about when the first photon left. Providing, of course, that the photon was feeling okay. It just can't be done. So those two guys, they travel through space together at the speed of light. They travel from the sun right to the Earth, and they arrive at the Earth at the same time. So the observer on the Earth thinks the photon left the sun and arrived at the Earth at exactly the same time. I got it. But if a photon was running late, it might get nervous, it might bump into other photons, and it might start a rash of randomness. Never hurry a photon. Never put a neutrino in the same room with 4 gravitons. The poor neutrino never has a chance. Does this make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. I'll take out my universal light speed accelerator. Physicists say the universe has 4 dimensions. Left, right, forward, reverse, up, down, and time. I got it. Oh. And they're all relative to one another.
Comment allez-vous? Ça va? Oups, pas mal? Oui, comme ci, comme ça. Comme ci, comme ça. Pas mal.
You can think of it as one physical dimension, the space-time continuum. To you, I'm in the past. To me, I'm talking to you in the future. There's so much more to talk about here, but we are out of time.